This Korean drama is a great memory for the 80s and 90s generation. On her first plane ride, the heroine Jiun meets a famous star. She tries to talk to him but ends up vomiting on him. He's the popular celebrity Young Jae. Reporters often crowd outside his home when he goes out. He frequently appears in news headlines. Jiun is an online novelist without a steady job. After her parents passed away, she lives in the house they left her. Just as she's deep in creative inspiration, the doorbell suddenly interrupts her. Her friends Heejin and Dongwook arrive, bringing her a free plane ticket and hotel stay in China. Dongwook explains their bank is holding a lucky draw for loyal customers and she won. Plus, she's never flown before. This is a chance to try it for free. But Jiun worries about leaving her house empty. They say no one would steal from her home while she's away with us around. What's there to worry about? You can even get inspiration for your next book from this big country. Jiun remains doubtful. How could such good luck happen to her? After their sweet talk, Jiun finally lets her guard down. Okay, it's free anyway. Let's go. Soon they arrive at the airport. Without Jiun knowing, they trick her into traveling abroad. Watching Jiun leave, Heejin's conscience makes her stop Jiun. She gives Jiun some money for buying nice food there. Then they hug Jiun guiltily. Turns out Heejin is unexpectedly pregnant and they have huge debts. They tricked Jiun into leaving to secretly sell her house. On her first flight, Jiun meets star Young Jae. She cheerfully greets him, but he coldly ignores her. Jiun stops trying too. When the plane takes off, the shaking cabin scares Jiun into tightly grabbing Young Jae's hand. No matter how hard he tries to shake her off, she won't let go. But Jiun has no idea that her so-called friends have already sold her house behind her back. Since it's her first time trying airplane food, Jiun eats a lot. She even asks the flight attendant for another drink. Young Jae sits there completely annoyed. Jiun keeps trying to talk to him, which makes him even more irritated. But after eating too much, Jiun gets airsick and throws up all over him. Disgusted, he rushes to the bathroom to clean up quickly. When he returns, he finds Jiun already fast asleep. He tosses his ruined clothes aside. Jiun sleeps all the way to Shanghai, then realizes she forgot Young Jae's clothes. She runs after him, but security stops her. She has no choice but to give up. Now, alone in Shanghai, she holds up a sign with her name at the airport, hoping someone will come to pick her up. But Jiun doesn't know. No one is coming. She calls her friends, but no one answers. Finally, she takes a taxi to the hotel. At the hotel, she realizes she doesn't have enough money. She takes off her watch to pay the driver. Not even waiting for his reply, she just jumps out of the car and runs. Meanwhile, Young Jae's friend Min-hyuk also arrives at the hotel. Watching Jiun rush around, he's curious about her. Jiun tells the front desk she has a reservation, thinking the man nearby is Japanese. Jiun jokes about his perfect English accent. Suddenly, the front desk tells her there's no reservation under her name. Jiun can't understand what they're saying. The man beside her explains, "They don't have your booking." Now Jiun realizes he's Korean Min-hyuk. Min-hyuk helps translate for her and finally she checks into the hotel. Jiun thanks him awkwardly, watching him leave with a shy smile. Min-hyuk finds this girl really amusing. Once in her room, she immediately calls her friends again, but no one answers. Looking at the bag nearby, she remembers Young Jae's clothes. She washes and irons them. Meanwhile, Min-hyuk visits Young Jae. He learns Young Jae is in Shanghai filming, so he comes to see him. And recently Min-hyuk bought a local cable TV station. He says he's returning home next month to try investing in movies. He hopes Young Jae can help him. Then Jiun returns with instant noodles just as Min-hyuk is leaving. After chatting, she learns he's Young Jae's friend. Not wanting to delay her meal, he politely leaves, saying they'll meet again next day. Jiun starts sightseeing. She visits many famous spots. After a full day, she sees street food but has no money. Back at the hotel, she desperately calls her friends. "What about the hotel bill? How can I return to Korea without a ticket?" Finally, she begs, "Please call me back when you hear this." Frustrated, she sees the shirt nearby. She nervously knocks on Young Jae's door. He clearly doesn't remember her. Jiun makes vomiting gestures, says she's returning his clothes. He quickly takes them and shuts the door. Jiun knocks again, begs to borrow some money, promises to repay when back in Korea. But Young Jae ignores her. Constant knocking makes him angry. "Stop knocking," he shouts. Ji-yoon asks for Min-hyuk's number. Young-jae wonders how she knows him. She lies, "If fate hadn't played tricks, we might have been married by now." She pretends to be sad, speaking vaguely on purpose. The trick works. She gets the money, though she feels bad about it. But she plans to repay the money immediately after returning home. When Ji-yoon returns home, she's shocked by what she sees the moment she enters. The house has been completely robbed. Even the bedroom upstairs is empty. She quickly calls Dong-wook, but still can't reach him. She rushes to the bank where Dong-wook works, only to learn he's already quit. Now Ji-yoon understands her two friends tricked her into going abroad so they could secretly sell her house. They've withdrawn all the money from the bank too. She's absolutely furious. No one knows where they are. Finally, she returns home and finds a letter from them after searching everywhere. "Please forgive us. We had no other choice. There was really no other way. We'll definitely come back when we succeed. Then we can face each other with smiles." The letter includes a photo of Hee-jin pregnant. Ji-yoon yells that they've gone completely crazy. Meanwhile, Young-jae visits Hae-won, inviting her to dinner. The next evening, while they're chatting, Min-hyuk calls to say he's returning tomorrow to see her seeing Hae-won. So happy, talking to Min-hyuk, Young-jae gets jealous. He goes home in a bad mood, wondering how to impress the girl he likes. Next day, Min-hyuk returns and meets Hae-won, seeing Min-hyuk after so long. Hae-won immediately starts playfully teasing him. Young-jae arrives just in time to see this. He leaves angrily, remembering Ji-yoon once said she was Min-hyuk's ex. He invites her to go clothes shopping for the evening dinner. He encourages Ji-yoon, telling her to boldly pursue the person she likes. Ji-yoon has no idea what he's talking about. Young-jae says that to win someone's heart you sometimes need to be brave. Finally, she understands his meaning. She tries to explain, but it's too late. She hides her face behind the menu while Young-jae watches eagerly, seeing Min-hyuk show no reaction to Ji-yoon. Young-jae looks confused. He kicks Ji-yoon under the table, trying to make her speak up. Ji-yoon just keeps eating with her head down. They keep kicking each other under the table. Then Min-hyuk mentions meeting Ji-yoon in Shanghai. Now Young-jae realizes he was tricked. After dinner, Min-hyuk drives Hae-won home. Young-jae is furious. He asks why she lied to him. Ji-yoon says it was an emergency. If she hadn't said that, he wouldn't have lent her money. Young-jae calls her a liar. Ji-yoon fights back angrily. She says Young-jae just used her to impress Hae-won, making her a shield for his plans. They argue loudly. Young-jae raises his hand to scare her. Ji-yoon yells that he's terrible. Ji-yoon angrily headbutts Young-jae. She gets angrier, kicks a car tire hard but only hurts herself again. Ji-yoon stays alone in the empty house. Suddenly she hears noise. A man shows her a house sale contract. Now she understands. Her friends sold everything, even the house. They sold the house too. Ji-yoon says she didn't sign anything, refuses to accept the contract. The man won't listen, tells her to report it to the police. Ji-yoon goes to the police station. All officers look busy. She finally finds an available officer, but before she finishes he gets called away. While waiting she sees a woman begging with her baby. Remembers Hee-jin's unborn child. Her heart softens. She goes home to pack her few belongings. With nowhere to go, she sits at a bus stop all day, then returns to her house. When Young-jae comes home, he finds her sitting outside. Both are shocked. Ji-yoon learns Young-jae bought her house. Young-jae immediately calls his agent. He learns the contract is completely valid. But Ji-yoon says she doesn't want to sell the house. She promises to pay back the money later. Young-jae thinks she's being ridiculous. She doesn't even have money for food right now, yet she's asking him to give up the house. Ji-yoon quickly hands him something. This contains the novel I've been writing recently. I'll transfer all copyrights to you. I'll pay back whatever's still missing later. Ji-yoon explains this house is the only thing her parents left her. It means everything to her. She can't just give it up. She asks Young-jae to read her novel first, then make his decision. But he still kicks her out. Her luggage gets thrown out too. Seeing her broken family photo, Ji-yoon cries bitterly. Next morning, during his jog, Young-jae finds Ji-yoon sleeping in the yard. He yells to wake her up, telling her to leave. Don't stay here like a beggar. Ji-yoon forces herself up slowly, leaving with her bags. When Young Jae returns from jogging, she's lying there again. He shouts at her to get up, but she doesn't respond. Young Jae realizes she has a fever. He carries her inside, gives her fever medicine, asks if she needs a hospital, but she just wants to rest at home. No, get up, we're going to the hospital. No hospital, I'm staying home. Hey, wake up. I said no, I won't go. Young Jae finally gives up. He checks Ji-yoon's belongings, looking for family or friends' contacts. Instead finds her parents' death anniversary. Feeling pity, he tucks her in. After a night's rest, her fever breaks. He makes her porridge. Seeing him approach, she pretends to be weak. Young Jae leaves in a hurry for urgent business. He doesn't want to keep taking care of her. After Young Jae leaves, Ji-yoon immediately gets up and finishes all the porridge. She still feels very hungry. She opens the fridge and starts eating everything in sight without manners. While happily eating, she hears a car approaching. She quickly tries to clean up the mess, then runs to lie on the sofa pretending to sleep. Young Jae returns to find all the porridge gone, a messy kitchen counter and the fridge in terrible condition. He knows Ji-yoon has recovered and tells her to get up and clean the kitchen. Caught in her act, she obediently follows his orders. After cleaning, Young Jae asks, if she's a beggar, why was she sleeping outside? Does she really have nowhere to go? He then gives her some money, telling her to find a place to stay. Why are you giving me this? Why? No reason. I just feel sorry for you. Ji-yoon feels insulted. She calls him the worst person in the world, throws the money down and storms off. Young Jae thinks she's foolish for refusing free money. Ji-yoon keeps walking without looking back, carrying her luggage into the distance. Young Jae gets worried and drives after her. He finds her sitting alone at a bus stop, softening. He tells her to get in the car. Angry, Ji-yoon refuses. He says, actually, there's something I'm curious about. When do you plan to pay back the money you owe me? She looks embarrassed and reluctantly follows him back. Since she has no money, Young Jae makes her his housekeeper. She must make breakfast before 7 a.m. daily and keep the house clean. Everything must stay neat and tidy. She should stay in her room and not come out. If she follows these rules, she won't be kicked out. Before leaving, he tells Ji-yoon to clean thoroughly. He'll check her work when he returns. Under someone else's roof, you must bow your head. Ji-yoon has no choice but to obey. She scrubs every corner with all her might. Meanwhile, Young Jae visits Hae-won's shop to try outfits for Min-hyuk's Saturday party. Hae-won says, I'm going to New York for further studies. Hearing she's leaving for studies abroad puts Young Jae in low spirits. He goes to a jewelry store to buy a ring and confess. Meanwhile, Ji-yoon receives a registered letter. Her two friends took loans using her name. Ji-yoon keeps saying it wasn't her, but the staff can't help. She mutters, Dong-wook is truly awful. Then they give her news. Someone saw him visiting a maternity clinic with a woman. Which maternity clinic? This news makes Ji-yoon strangely happy. She decides to stake out the hospital tomorrow. At the hospital, Ji-yoon catches her two friends. Guilty and panicked, they run when they see her. Ji-yoon chases after them through several streets until she catches Dong-wook. After beating him up, Ji-yoon drags him toward the police station. Hee-jin suddenly gets an idea. She fakes pregnancy pains and dramatically falls down. Kind-hearted, Ji-yoon believes her and runs to hail a taxi. When she turns back, the two have vanished. Ji-yoon feels stupid and breaks down crying alone in a park. Meanwhile, Young Jae reserves a whole restaurant to confess to Hae-won hiding a ring in her ice cream. But Hae-won leaves immediately. When Min-hyuk calls, the hidden engagement ring becomes a joke. Young Jae drinks hard liquor and chases after her. Do you like Min-hyuk? He demands. Young Jae says, Min-hyuk doesn't like you at all. You mean nothing to him. Angered, Hae-won admits she likes Min-hyuk and vows to make him like her. Back then storms off. Young Jae is left alone, crying sadly. Meanwhile, Min-hyuk comes to see Hae-won. He asks her to help him pick a tie. It's for the magazine's anniversary event. He even invites her specially. He hopes she'll come and cheer for him that day. That night, Young Jae returns home angrily. He throws a ring into the trash. He drinks alone, feeling miserable. Ji-yoon also comes home at this time. She sees him drinking. She asks for some alcohol too. The two sad souls drown their sorrows in the living room. Tipsy, Ji-yoon starts talking about how her so-called friend tricked her. Young Jae shares his own story but pretends it's from a movie. Using her writing skills, Jiyoon guesses most of the plot correctly. Young Jae wonders how the male lead's story ends. She says he goes on a trip to forget his pain, but suddenly a storm hits. He gets washed up on an island. The trees there are full of magical fruits. Young Jae regrets asking her. The story keeps getting weirder. He tells her to go wash up and sleep. Then he goes upstairs. But after talking with Jiyoon, his sadness starts to fade. The next day, while cleaning, Jiyoon finds a ring in the trash. She asks Young Jae if he threw it away. If he doesn't want it, she'll take it. Young Jae gets angry at the mention of the ring. He grabs it and throws it away again. Jiyoon thinks it's a waste. She plans to secretly look for it later. While cleaning, she finds an invitation to the magazine event. She asks Young Jae if she can go with him. She thinks many publishers will be there. Maybe someone will like her novel. Young Jae finds her annoying like a fly. He refuses right away. Jiyoon angrily kicks him. Though he doesn't want to take her, after reading her novel he decides to help her anyway. Jiyoon searches everywhere. Jiyoon finally finds the invitation. She sneaks into the party alone. Meanwhile, Young Jae gives her novel to a famous publisher. He tells them to just take a quick look. But then he notices Jiyoon has secretly come too. After Young Jae catches her, they agree on a plan. They pretend they don't know each other. While eating dessert, Jiyoon accidentally drops some on her dress. She goes to the restroom to clean it. On her way out, she bumps into Minhyuk. She tells him why she came to the party. She hopes a publisher will like her novel. Minhyuk offers to help. He asks her to describe the story. While they're talking, Haewon sees them. Young Jae calls Jiyoon and makes her leave. Haewon confronts Minhyuk. She asks why he always tests her like this. Minhyuk is confused by her words. Haewon confesses her feelings. Minhyuk says, "If I gave you the wrong idea, I'm sorry, but I've always seen you as a little sister." Minhyuk tells her to care more about Young Jae. He's liked you for a long time, but Haewon thinks it's because of Young Jae that Minhyuk won't accept her. She puts down her glass and storms off to find Young Jae. She demands to know if he likes her. Minhyuk tries to stop her but fails. Jiyoon also comes over to see what's happening. Faced with Haewon's questions, Young Jae gets angry. He grabs Jiyoon and kisses her. Instantly they become the center of attention. All the reporters rush toward them. Young Jae ignores them. He takes Jiyoon's hand and leaves back home. Jiyoon gets angrier the more she thinks about it. She barges into Young Jae's room. She demands an explanation for what he did. She won't let him control her. But Young Jae suddenly proposes marriage. "Let's get married. I'll hire you to be my wife." Jiyoon thinks he's crazy. She doesn't like him at all. In fact, she hates him. Young Jae tells her not to misunderstand. He hates her too. The marriage is just to fool the media. He says he's hiring her as his wife and will pay her regular wages after the divorce. She'll also get compensation. Plus, this house will be given to her too. Looking at the house, Jiyoon thinks for a long time. She decides to accept Young Jae's offer. But she writes a contract. First, respect each other's private lives. Second, no physical relationship allowed. Third, marriage must end within 6 months. Fourth, full house must be transferred to Jiyoon as compensation after divorce. Young Jae adds one more rule. If either reveals the contract details, they must pay huge penalties. After agreeing, they sign and shake hands. Their contract relationship begins. After signing yesterday, Jiyoon appears today as Young Jae's fiancée at a press conference. Makeup artists prepare her beautifully. Young Jae is surprised by her transformation but pretends not to care. They attend the conference together. Nervous at her first big event, Jiyoon almost falls. Young Jae catches her. Reporters quickly ask questions. "How did you meet?" Young Jae says, "On a plane. I thought she was cute." Remembering their actual meeting, Jiyoon just smiles silently. "Why marry suddenly?" he says. "I just love this woman. I don't want her to get hurt. I'll always protect her." What a great actor. His lies sound so convincing. Jiyoon forces a smile. Next comes wedding dress fitting and skincare treatments. Fans say she's ugly and has short legs. Angry Jiyoon checks a mirror. There she meets Haewon. They sit and chat. Haewon asks how she met Young Jae. To avoid being caught, Jiyoon makes up a random story. Meanwhile, Young Jae meets Minhyuk at the gym. Minhyuk thinks it's a shame that Young Jae gave up so easily. If you were already enduring it, why not endure a bit longer? You know how unpredictable Hai-won is. Young Jae won't let him talk about Hai-won like that. You don't understand her at all. Min-hyuk claims he understands her better and hopes this marriage is the right choice. Young Jae gets angry at his advice and storms off. The next day, the two troublemakers find out about Ji-yoon marrying the superstar. They pretend to visit her with flowers. Without waiting for her permission, they barge into the house. Seeing them act like nothing's wrong, Ji-yoon finally loses her temper. She grabs Dong-wook and starts hitting him. After venting her anger, she questions them. The money from selling my house and my savings. And you even opened a credit card in my name. Don't tell me. You spent it all. How much is left? Just as she guessed, they spent everything. Dong-wook lost money in stocks and borrowed from loan sharks. They threatened to sell Heejin to a bar, so they had no choice but to sell Ji-yoon's house. Ji-yoon is furious. Betrayed by her best friends, they try to justify it. But you married Young Jae. Thanks to us, right? Every cloud has a silver lining. Ji-yoon is so angry she could cry. They keep congratulating her on marrying rich. Not only is Young Jae wealthy, but his father is a famous hospital director. Their families find out Young Jae's grandmother and mother summon Ji-yoon. Ji-yoon doesn't know how to face them. She enters the grandmother's room. After questioning, they learn she's 23, both parents deceased, only a high school education. The grandmother looks down on her. The atmosphere gets awkward. Young Jae runs in and takes Ji-yoon away. On their way out, they bump into his dad, who just returned. Young Jae just gives a quick greeting and leaves. Ji-yoon notices he doesn't get along with his family. She tells him to be more respectful to his elders. Her constant nagging annoys Young Jae. He stops the car and tells Ji-yoon to get out. Watching Ji-yoon walk away, he starts feeling bad. He goes back to look for her, but she's gone. He wants to call her but is too proud. Meanwhile, Young Jae's mom brings up the wedding. She wants his dad to attend. Seeing the tension between father and son, Grandma mentions Ji-yoon has no parents and is all alone. She says it'll be embarrassing if they don't go. So she asks Young Jae's dad to walk Ji-yoon down the aisle. Young Jae's dad stays silent and keeps eating his meal outside. Young Jae paces back and forth, anxiously waiting for Ji-yoon. When he finally sees her, he quickly runs back inside like he's guilty. He hides behind the door to make sure she's safe. Ji-yoon gets angrier the more she thinks. She packs her bags late at night and goes to her two troublemaker friends' place. They worry about missing out on benefits since she skipped the wedding. They tell her to go back, but she says they should work hard to earn back her house. Meanwhile, Young Jae finds Ji-yoon's note. It says, "Goodbye, you jerk." He checks her room and sees her bags are gone. Her two friends secretly inform Young Jae to get something in return. They trick Ji-yoon into leaving, saying Young Jae found her, and claim they found her a hiding spot. Clueless Ji-yoon is taken to a hotel, only to find many people waiting ready to dress her up. The ceremony is about to start. Friends from the industry give her blessings. Hai-won walks up and starts talking to her. Seeing Young Jae get married so quickly, she feels a little sad. Meanwhile, Young Jae's dad finds Ji-yoon. He asks her to be patient with Young Jae. He compliments Ji-yoon on how beautiful she looks today and asks her to hold his hand. As they walk into the hall, Ji-yoon is touched by his kindness. Soon the wedding ceremony begins in front of everyone. They say their vows and exchange rings. The wedding ends perfectly and they start their honeymoon. Ji-yoon scolds him for acting so childish. "Can't you grow up?" Hearing the word childish, Young Jae gets upset again. He starts unbuttoning his shirt and moves closer, trying to scare Ji-yoon. Young Jae scares Ji-yoon so much she falls into the sea. He jokes that she can swim back herself and turns to leave. But then he realizes Ji-yoon can't swim. He quickly jumps in and swims toward her. He pulls her up and holds her, then drags her onto the deck, panicking. He taps her face until she finally responds. He sits beside her apologizing and touches her forehead. Relieved she's not feverish, he relaxes. Ji-yoon yells, "You're such a jerk." They start bickering again that night. At the hotel, Ji-yoon sees there's only one bed. Young Jae tells her to sleep outside. She can't believe how rude he is. He has no manners at all. Ji-yoon ends up sleeping on the floor. Young Jae teases, "If you don't want to sleep outside, you can share the bed with me. It's big enough for both of us. We're married now, what's the big deal? Come here, wife." Ji-yoon rolls her eyes, grabs her blanket and walks out. She gets angrier the more she thinks and can't fall asleep. She walks into the room and immediately takes off her jacket. She tells Young Jae he can sleep outside if he's uncomfortable. Young Jae takes off his shirt to challenge her back. He puts his hands on Jiun. Neither wants to back down. After wrestling around, they both stand up at the same time. Young Jae grabs Jiun's face, trying to force a kiss. She finally gives up and runs away. Next day they keep competing. Young Jae eats a fancy meal alone, while Jiun only gets instant noodles. Seeing her eat sadly, Young Jae feels bad. He invites her to bike to the beach, but Jiun can't ride a bike. He teaches her patiently. After many tries, she still can't do it. Young Jae yells, "Are you stupid? It's so simple." She falls down and scrapes her knee. Young Jae feels sorry, tries to check her injury, but Jiun sadly pushes him away. Young Jae feels guilty, offers to buy her ice cream. Jiun cries, "I'm not a kid." Ice cream makes Jiun happy again. They eat and walk together. He gives her a ride by the beach. Tired, they rest together. This sweet moment looks like they're on a honeymoon. Back home, Jiun finds her room decorated cutely with a cute teddy bear. Young Jae gets a call from Haiwon. She needs a model for a magazine cover. After thinking, Young Jae says no. Jiun runs downstairs to thank him. He says it'll come from her salary. But he bought her a vehicle. Jiun thinks it's a gift for her, happily touches the car. He says her vehicle is behind it. Jiun finally understands. Young Jae actually bought her a bicycle. After his patient teaching, Jiun finally learns how to ride it. She excitedly high-fives Young Jae. Haiwon arrives by car to see Young Jae. Seeing how close they look, she gets jealous. Jiun warmly invites her inside. But Haiwon asks Young Jae, "Why didn't you tell me you moved?" He replies, "Do I have to report everything to you?" She came to see him with good intentions but gets treated coldly. Haiwon says she won't bother him again, then drives away. Jiun prepares food and drinks to bring outside, only to find Haiwon already left. But she just got a call from a publisher. They say they're interested in her novel and want to meet her. Young Jae scoffs at this. He thinks the person must be crazy or not very smart to be interested in her writing. Jiun doesn't want to argue. She decides to visit the publisher right away. She happily arrives at the publishing office asking when her novel might get published. But they say her story isn't tight enough and can't be published yet. They called her here mainly to ask about Young Jae's private life. This makes her angry. She takes her manuscript back. She suddenly thinks of Min Hyuk, so she goes to his company, finding out he's in a meeting. She leaves her novel there. Back home, seeing Young Jae like this, she can't help but complain, "What secret superstar private life? All this guy does is eat and sleep. What private life?" She kicks him awake. Young Jae asks what the publisher said. Proud Jiun doesn't want to look bad, pretends she's still deciding. Seeing her expression, Young Jae guesses she got rejected. He can't help laughing at her. Angry, she turns and leaves. She accidentally finds the ring Young Jae threw away a few days ago. At least today isn't completely unlucky. Young Jae tells her to throw it away, calling her a beggar. They start fighting over it. Young Jae gets bitten angry. He storms into the room and throws her things into a suitcase, saying he can't live with her or he'll die from frustration. Jiun says, "You think I want to live with a rude, crazy person like you?" They have a huge fight. Jiun thinks this means they'll divorce. Young Jae says they can divorce but must wait 6 months per contract, so the house still belongs to him. Jiun has no choice but to leave. She goes to stay with her 2 friends. Dongwook secretly calls Young Jae but gets hung up on this time. Jiun is still upset with her friends for tricking her into going to the hotel last time. They say they only wanted to help her. Then the publisher calls. She says she's not interested in their offer and that she's separated from Young Jae. Young Jae goes to his company and hears rumors about their marriage problems. He promises to handle it. As he tries to leave, President Choi stops him. The company got Haiwon's advertising deal. President Choi says, "I don't know what happened with Haiwon, but keep work separate." Then President Choi calls Jiun asking her to bring lunch boxes to the shoot tomorrow. After leaving the agency, Young Jae secretly goes to Haiwon's shop. For the company's sake, he decides to join tomorrow's shoot. Haiwon spots Young Jae's car leaving and feels secretly pleased. She immediately calls Young Jae, giving him 3 minutes to come back or their 15-year friendship ends. He has no choice but to return. Haewon asks why Youngjae came but didn't come inside. Is he still mad at her or does he not want to see her at all? They go to a bar together. Haewon asks if he likes Jiyoon more or if he likes her more. Youngjae says it's her. She secretly feels happy. She wants to be the most special person in Youngjae's heart, even more than Jiyoon. Otherwise she won't let him off easy. When he gets home that night he sees the empty cup. He washes the toothbrush he threw away in the morning and puts it back. He goes to Jiyoon's room and accidentally finds out her birthday is in a few days. The next day Youngjae goes to a magazine shoot. Haewon hears that the couple had a fight and feels happy inside. She asks him to eat sushi with her after the shoot. The shoot goes smoothly. Youngjae poses with cool expressions. Meanwhile Jiyoon is asked by President Choi to bring lunch to the shoot on time. She wants to stop rumors about their bad relationship. She even invites reporters to take photos. Haewon suddenly feels like an outsider and gets upset. The reporters ask them to act closer, so Jiyoon puts a sushi piece in his mouth. He starts teasing her back and they keep playfully annoying each other. The reporters say they look like a loving couple. Finally they ask for a kissing photo. The two have no choice but to do it. After the interview, President Choi warns Jiyoon to be more careful. She needs to watch what she says and does. Sometimes one wrong word can become big news. Jiyoon quickly apologizes. President Choi thanks her for coming today. As she leaves, Jiyoon notices her novel on the table. She learns Youngjae brought it. Jiyoon asks President Choi what he thinks of the novel. President Choi honestly says it can't be used as a script. The story is messy and the writing is bad. There are many works like this online. Jiyoon says she wrote it herself. President Choi awkwardly apologizes. Jiyoon forces a smile and takes her novel to leave outside. She feels really down. So her novel really is that bad. Youngjae notices her sad face and asks what just happened. Learning, Jiyoon is upset about her novel. He doesn't know how to comfort her. Youngjae tries to cheer her up by saying her toothbrush fell in the toilet, but he already washed it. Jiyoon believes him and sniffs the toothbrush. Youngjae bursts out laughing, saying it was just a joke. Seeing Jiyoon ignore him, he stops talking. At breakfast Youngjae sees bean sprout soup and asks why it's not seaweed soup. Isn't today your birthday, he asks. Jiyoon suddenly remembers it is her birthday. She decides to go to an amusement park with her two friends. Youngjae asks, "Just you three? What about me?" She says, "With so many people, how could you go?" He replies, "Who said I wanted to go? I'm fully booked with work today." Jiyoon plans to stay out until evening. He thinks it's childish, going to an amusement park at your age. Before she leaves, he demands she clean the house spotless. Then he leaves in a bad mood. Jiyoon gets a call from Min-hyuk asking to discuss her novel. She happily agrees immediately. She calls her two friends to cancel the amusement park trip, then goes to Min-hyuk's office. After small talk, Min-hyuk says it's the worst novel he's ever read. He can't understand what she's trying to say and it's way too long. Reading it was painful. Jiyoon thought Min-hyuk would understand, but even he says it's bad. Jiyoon finally loses her temper. "If you don't like it, just throw it in the trash. I'll keep writing anyway. I'll never stop writing." She gets ready to leave, feeling disappointed, but to her surprise Min-hyuk offers her a contract. He asks her to submit one story outline every week. If it gets made into a movie, she'll get extra payment. Overjoyed, she runs to the restroom. She can't believe she actually got a contract. Meanwhile, Youngjae arrives at the mall. He wants to buy a voice recorder for Jiyoon. He actually has no schedule today. He comes to the company alone, bored. He kills time by reading the newspaper. Eventually, even his phone stops entertaining him. So he sneaks off to the amusement park. He looks around but can't find Jiyoon. Afraid of being recognized, he puts on a mask. Hungry, he buys a grilled sausage to get some energy. But a fan nearby recognizes him. Soon a crowd gathers around him. They ask for autographs and photos. As more people come, he has no choice but to run with nowhere else to go. He hides in a tiny restroom. He sees the crowd blocking the exit. He calls manager Choi for help. Soon someone escorts him to a car. Meanwhile, Jiyoon gets her payment and wants to treat Min-hyuk to a meal. But he takes her to a fancy restaurant. Jiyoon is shocked by the prices. She asks if they can go somewhere else. Understanding her worry, kind Min-hyuk says he'll pay this time. She can treat him next time. Young-jae waits at home for Ji-yoon to return. He angrily asks why she's so late and tells her to cook right away. Ji-yoon is annoyed but notices the mask nearby. She guesses Young-jae went to the amusement park to find her. She secretly feels happy. After he finishes eating, Ji-yoon suggests going to the amusement park. Now, no seaweed soup, no cake, but the amusement park is a must. When they arrive, the park is already closed. It's completely dark inside. But that doesn't stop Young-jae. He comes up with an idea. Young-jae takes her to the ice rink. Ji-yoon skates smoothly like walking on flat ground. Young-jae always called her clumsy before. Now it's her turn to tease him back. Watching him keep falling down, Ji-yoon feels bad and helps him skate together. They have a wonderful birthday together. Young-jae says she's usually awkward but surprisingly good at skating. Ji-yoon says her mom taught her as a child. Her mom used to be great at skating. They chat happily like this. Ji-yoon mentions her novel got published today. Now she's officially a professional writer, thinking many people will read her book. She feels really excited. Young-jae sincerely cheers for her. Back home, he painfully puts on muscle patches and carefully lies down. That darn ice skating nearly killed me. Meanwhile, Ji-yoon looks at family photos for encouragement, thinking about becoming a writer soon. She feels very happy. Next morning, Ji-yoon starts writing early. Young-jae acts cold again like before, tells her not to be lazy and go clean immediately. If it's not clean when I get back, you're dead meat. While cleaning, she finds Young-jae's gift for her. Happy birthday, Ji-yoon. Seeing the tape recorder inside, she gets super excited and runs out immediately. But Young-jae already drove away. This usually cold person actually has a warm side too. While testing the recorder, Ji-yoon suddenly hears knocking. It's Young-jae's grandma and mom asking why they didn't call after honeymoon, making everyone worried. They tell them to move back home next week after scolding. They leave quickly. Meanwhile, Young-jae finishes work, feeling restless to go home. President Choi teases if he misses his wife. He stubbornly says he'll stay for team dinner. But President Choi still tells Young-jae to go home quickly. When he gets home, he finds Ji-yoon looking very worried. He asks her what's wrong. Ji-yoon tells him everything about Young-jae's grandma and mom visiting earlier. She explains it all. She scolds Young-jae for being rude. He didn't even tell his family they were back from their honeymoon to avoid moving in with them. They agree to go apologize together. Young-jae introduces his family members one by one. His mom is nice but scary when she's angry. His dad is impossible to talk to, so it's not worth trying. But Ji-yoon thinks his dad isn't scary. His grandma is the scariest. Young-jae tells her not to worry. He has his grandma under control, but she doesn't like pretty women. My grandma was rude to you because you're too pretty. He tells Ji-yoon not to worry, he'll handle it. Before leaving, they realize they forgot their rings. They rush back to put them on. Once ready, they go home to apologize. Young-jae says they don't need to move back. Ji-yoon can do everything: laundry, cooking, cleaning, so no one needs to teach her. Grandma says that's not the point. She scolds Ji-yoon for not wearing a hanbok as a bride and not bringing gifts when meeting the family. She says Ji-yoon has no manners. Just as things get awkward, Ji-yoon says she did bring a gift. Ji-yoon's gift is singing and dancing. Everyone is confused. The atmosphere turns super awkward. Then Dad comes home and sees Ji-yoon's performance. He claps for his daughter-in-law without hesitation. On the way back, Ji-yoon feels embarrassed. Young-jae holds back laughter and comforts her. He promises to buy her ice cream later. Ice cream works like magic. She cheers up right away. Ji-yoon thanks Young-jae for the recorder he gave her. To show her thanks, she offers to push Young-jae on the swing at the park. They have so much fun. Neither realizes their feelings are slowly growing. Next morning, Young-jae wakes up and sees Ji-yoon worked all night. He tries to cover her with a blanket but finds she's awake and quickly pulls back, pretending to be calm. He tells her to get up and cook. After rushing around, she hurries out to submit her work. Young-jae reminds her to come back early. They need to clean the house today. On the subway, she almost falls asleep and misses her stop. In her hurry, she loses the recorder. She only notices at security check the lost and found doesn't have it. Sadly, she goes to submit her work. Min-hyuk says her story is boring and tells her to rewrite it, hoping she'll get it right next time. She agrees and stands to leave, but Min-hyuk stops her. He says, "Miss, 30 minutes late. You look so upset leaving. Do you think that makes me happy?" She says she just lost something. Hearing Ji-yoon's story, Min-hyuk feels sorry for her and offers to help buy a replacement. After searching many stores, they finally find the same model. Min-hyuk asks the clerk to wrap it, planning to give it as her birthday gift. Ji-yoon says he's being too kind. At least we found an identical one, otherwise Young Jae would scold me again. He asks, was that Young Jae's gift to you? Hearing it was from Young Jae, Min-hyuk feels a little disappointed. As they finish wrapping it, Ji-yoon suddenly changes her mind. It feels different. Min-hyuk realizes she only wants Young Jae's gift. He invites her to dinner, reminding her she promised him Italian food last time. Ji-yoon quickly apologizes. Not today. She promises to treat him next time. She needs to go home and clean or Young Jae will scold her again. Soon she arrives home working hard to clean the windows. Young Jae sees she can't reach the top. He kindly comes to help, but Ji-yoon starts giving orders from behind. Young Jae suddenly realizes something's wrong. He turns and throws the rag to her, then goes to rest on the swing chair. He asks if her writing submission went well. Hearing it was rejected as boring, Young Jae teases her again, tells her to stop dreaming of being a writer and just stay home and sleep. Ji-yoon mentions losing the voice recorder. Young Jae gets angry. He says he'll never buy her gifts again. Ji-yoon feels wronged. She sadly runs inside and cries on the table seeing her upset. Young Jae feels bad too. At dinner that night, Ji-yoon apologizes to Young Jae for losing the gift he gave her. Young Jae offers to buy her a new one. Her mood immediately improves. Meanwhile, Hae-won meets Min-hyuk, thinking he's going to New York. She wants to study abroad with him, but Min-hyuk says he's not going. He tells Hae-won to stop. He only sees her as a sister. Hae-won confesses her feelings again. He says, you don't really like me. You just want to possess me. Let's end this here. Don't say any more. Min-hyuk is truly experienced with love. He sees right through Hae-won's little game. With that he leaves. After being rejected yesterday, Hae-won feels miserable. She thinks of Young Jae as backup and calls him, pretending she needs to see him. Young Jae agrees immediately. He tells Ji-yoon to go to the department store first. He'll meet her there later that evening. But instead he drives to see Hae-won, leaving Ji-yoon standing there looking upset. When Young Jae arrives, he finds Hae-won drinking alone. He asks what's wrong. Hae-won explains how Min-hyuk just rejected her. She tells him everything. Seeing how sad she is, Young Jae feels sorry for her. Then Ji-yoon calls him asking when he'll arrive. I'm so hungry now. My legs hurt too. Can you come quickly? Will I have to wait much longer? He says. Why don't you go eat somewhere first? Why wait for me? Are you stupid? Hae-won pretends to tell him to go quickly, saying she'll stay there a while longer. So he gets ready to leave. But after a few steps, Hae-won calls him back. Seeing her pitiful expression, Young Jae decides to stay, but he doesn't tell Ji-yoon, leaving Ji-yoon waiting foolishly at the mall entrance. Instead, he drives Hae-won home. Only after seeing her go inside does he feel relieved. Ji-yoon never sees Young Jae arrive, so she walks home alone. At home, she doesn't see Young Jae's car, so she knows he's not back. Yet she feels disappointed. The next day, Ji-yoon is furious. She yells that Young Jae is terrible for making her wait all night for nothing. She complains that if he can't keep promises, he shouldn't make them. But Young Jae shows no remorse. Ji-yoon thinks he's crazy. She can't stand living with him anymore and decides to run away from home. She goes to her two troublemaker friends, but they bring Ji-yoon's luggage to Young Jae's house, telling her to come back quickly. They ignore Young Jae's objections and walk straight into the house. They say they want to start a talent agency. If Young Jae signs with them, many investors will join. Young Jae looks annoyed after hearing this. He refuses and goes upstairs to rest. After Young Jae leaves, the two act like they own the place. Hee-jin opens the fridge looking for food, while Dong-wook goes to Young Jae's closet and tries on his clothes. Young Jae comes down and yells, "You're crazy." This makes them angry. Dong-wook grabs Young Jae's collar. "You jerk. Who do you think you are?" Ji-yoon returns and sees this. She immediately protects Young Jae. Seeing scratches on Young Jae's face, she calls them bullies, then kicks them out. Later she treats Young Jae's wounds, teasing him. "You're always mean to me. Why so quiet today?" Next day, Young Jae tells Ji-yoon, "Meet me at the cinema tonight." She looks confused but finds 2 movie tickets on the table. She happily gets dressed up, but Hae-won calls as she leaves, saying she needs Young Jae. Jiyoon offers to pass the message, but Haewon refuses. I'll call him myself. Jiyoon arrives early at the cinema, but Young Jae is late. He arrives after the movie starts. I didn't want attention, he explains, so he came late on purpose. They happily eat snacks and watch. Walking home, Jiyoon mentions Haewon's call. Young Jae immediately calls Haewon, hearing she's sick. He rushes to the hospital, not noticing Jiyoon's feelings. She runs after him. Seeing them close together, Jiyoon feels a pang in her heart. Haewon complains, "Why so late? Didn't Jiyoon tell you? I called first thing this morning." Just as Haewon is about to say bad things about Jiyoon, Young Jae's father enters the hospital room. Jiyoon follows him inside. Before leaving, Young Jae's father tells Jiyoon not to overthink things. Haewon and Young Jae have been close friends since childhood. He asks Jiyoon not to misunderstand on their way home. Jiyoon tells Young Jae not to worry. Haewon will be fine after some rest. She asks if Young Jae likes Haewon. He doesn't answer. That night Jiyoon hears a car engine. She sees Young Jae driving to visit Haewon late at night. Heartbroken, she sits alone in the yard waiting for him. Young Jae admits he went to check on Haewon to see if she's sleeping well. He knows Haewon can't sleep in unfamiliar places. He says Haewon is different from her. You can sleep anywhere, on planes, subways, even in the yard. Jiyoon asks why Young Jae chose her house out of all the houses in the world. Young Jae says he loves the house's name. Full House sounds beautiful. He bought it to grow old here with someone he loves. Jiyoon feels sad hearing this. She tells him the place used to be full of weeds. The grass grew as tall as a person, so ghosts would wander around here at night. No one dared to walk near this place. Jiyoon's story gets more ridiculous. Young Jae ignores her and goes upstairs. Early next morning Jiyoon finds Young Jae making porridge. This is completely unexpected. She thinks it's for her, but it's actually for Haewon. Her heart sinks. Young Jae tells her to pay attention. This is how porridge should be made without adding random ingredients. Distracted Jiyoon isn't listening. She asks if he'd make porridge for her if she ever gets sick. Young Jae reminds her, "Last time you slept in the yard and caught a bad cold. Did you eat the porridge I made when you were sick last time?" Jiyoon suddenly remembers and instantly becomes happy again. Young Jae tells her to pack the porridge in a thermos and bring it to the hospital later. While he goes to work, soon Jiyoon brings porridge to Haewon. Haewon starts acting fake sweet again, asking if Jiyoon would mind when she calls or meets Young Jae. Jiyoon doesn't answer. Jiyoon stays silent. Soon Young Jae's mom finishes Haewon's discharge paperwork. Watching them laugh together, Jiyoon feels envious. After Haewon leaves, Mom praises Jiyoon for being kind and bringing porridge for Haewon. As Jiyoon tries to reply, Grandma calls telling Mom to come home. Hearing Jiyoon is there too, she asks to speak with her, inviting Jiyoon to visit if she's free. Today at Grandma's house Jiyoon does farm work while Grandma criticizes her, saying she's uneducated and rude, singing and dancing without respect at inappropriate times, blaming her poor upbringing. This makes Jiyoon angry. She argues Young Jae is no better, saying he doesn't use honorifics, and yells when angry, telling Grandma to fix his habit of mocking people. Grandma gets so mad she can't enjoy her grapes. Her blood pressure spikes. Jiyoon rushes to support her, trying to carry Grandma inside but collapses under her weight. After several attempts she finally staggers to the door with Grandma, accidentally hitting Grandma's head while opening it. After more bumps and falls she gets Grandma inside. Grandma yells, "You idiot, this is going to kill her." Mom asks Grandma how she got hurt. She blames Jiyoon for it. Soon Mom sends Jiyoon out. Not knowing what Jiyoon likes to eat, she prepares braised beef for Jiyoon and mentions Young Jae likes jellyfish salad. Jiyoon quietly takes note. After going home she searches how to make it, then starts trying. Meanwhile Young Jae tries on clothes and jewelry at Haewon's shop. Haewon purposely removes his wedding ring that night. At dinner Young Jae complains the dish tastes awful, tells her to eat it all herself. Jiyoon notices his ring is missing. He thinks he left it at Haewon's shop and calls immediately. Haewon saw it but pretends not to know. Jiyoon really wants to check there but Young Jae doesn't care, says it's just a ring. Jiyoon believes wedding rings are important. Young Jae still doesn't care, tells her to face reality. Their marriage is just a contract. They have a huge fight. Jiyoon calls him a super jerk, decides to cut ties with him, plans to leave home again. Young Jae throws things in his room. Next day he checks Jiun's room, sees her suitcase still there, feels secretly happy. Jiun submits her writing to Min-hyuk, but he's still not satisfied. Suggests she observe people more. Takes her to a coffee shop to watch passers-by and improve her writing. Kindly wipes cream from her mouth. Then two troublemakers arrive. Young Jae won't let them in. Seeing no one's home, they climb through a window, treat the place like their own. Dongwook snoops on the computer, finds their marriage contract. Young Jae comes home to find these bums. They're just lying on the sofa. Young Jae asks what they're doing now that they have leverage. They speak confidently. They want Young Jae to invest money or else they'll reveal the secret. Jiun returns and strongly disagrees. Then they discuss what to do. Young Jae wants to pay them off. Jiun says, "Why pay them? Don't forget how much they owe me." Finally they decide to make them work at Young Jae's company. They refuse at first. Jiun mentions their house-selling scheme, or she'll send them to the police. This scares them and 40% of their salary will go directly to Jiun's account. They're unhappy but have to accept. Young Jae says the new ring will arrive next week. Promises not to lose it again. Jiun quickly forgives him. Jiun lies that she found the ring. Tells him to give her his hand. She draws a ring on his finger. "Now, we don't need to buy one." "Oh no, you need a watch too. Give me your hand. I'll draw the trendiest one." Then she draws a watch on his wrist. Jiun wants to draw sunglasses too, but Young Jae refuses. He won't use his handsome face as a canvas. They spend a lovely evening together. Next day while cleaning, Jiun finds their wedding photos Young Jae brought. They hang the photos together. Haewon calls wanting to meet him. Young Jae lies about company business, says he needs to go out at the bar. Haewon is drinking again. He takes her glass, says she shouldn't drink. Haewon notices the watch Jiun drew. She feels upset, reluctantly shows her ring, admits she dislikes Jiun ever since she came. Young Jae only sees her, remembers when she was sad. He'd always comfort her first. Now he only cares about Jiun. She feels confused. I love Min-hyuk Appa so much, but she still can't forget about Young Jae. Young Jae tells Haewon, "Before you let go of my hand, I won't let go of yours." Young Jae makes this promise to Haewon. He tells Jiun the ring was found at Haewon's shop. Jiun thinks Haewon hid it on purpose and lied about it. Young Jae defends Haewon, saying she's not that kind of person. He admits he didn't go to work but went to see Haewon instead. Then Jiun gets a call from Grandma asking her to come to an art show. She introduces Jiun to her friends. Later they have dinner together at home. They learn Jiun is great at card games. After dinner they all play cards together. She beats Grandma easily. It gets very late. Mom asks Jiun to stay overnight. Meanwhile Young Jae waits alone at home. He gets worried when Jiun doesn't return and calls to ask where she is. He relaxes when he learns she's at his parents'. Jiun looks at Young Jae's childhood photos and thinks his clothes look funny. Then she sees a photo of a bald girl. Young Jae says it's his sister Young Hyun, who had a serious illness and has passed away. She needed 8 shots daily but never cried because Dad said crying would make her sicker. But she still didn't get better. Young Jae asks why Dad would say that when it wasn't true anyway. Now Jiun understands their family problem. She learns Young Jae and Haewon grew up together. Whenever Haewon got mad, Young Jae would buy her ice cream. Jiun remembers he did the same for her and angrily hangs up. She realizes Haewon is the girl he liked. He married her just to make Haewon jealous. Looking at her ring, Jiun feels upset. Next morning Young Jae waits for Jiun, but she doesn't come home. The next day Young Jae keeps waiting for Jiun. He tries to make bibimbap himself. Even though it tastes bad, he thinks it's delicious. When Jiun comes home she sees him eating like crazy. Young Jae says he won't interfere with her private life, but she should at least tell him where she goes. Soon Jiun makes a living schedule. They can share the living space but must respect each other's privacy. Try not to meet at home. Leave notes on the fridge if they have something to say. Jiun starts following the plan right away. Young Jae tries to accept it but feels very uncomfortable. He purposely makes her come clean just to talk to her, but she ignores him at night. When Jiun leaves her computer he secretly turns it off, saying she should save electricity. Jiun gets super angry. Her unsaved writing is gone. Young Jae looks happy about it. Seeing him smile, she completely loses her temper. I hate you more than anyone in this world. You're worse than mosquitoes, mold, or cockroaches. Seeing Ji-yoon's anger, he shows her the saved USB drive, says it was just a joke, tries to calm her with ice cream. But Ji-yoon knows he used to give Haewon ice cream. She says she hates ice cream, will never eat it again. Young-jae looks confused by her sudden reaction. Finally, he sings to make Ji-yoon happy. After Young-jae's singing effort, she finally calms down. Next day, when Ji-yoon isn't angry anymore, he invites her to his movie premiere. She comes to submit her writing. Min-hyuk is also going to the premiere, so they go together. On the way, Ji-yoon asks Min-hyuk if Young-jae taught Haewon to ride a bike. Hearing it was Min-hyuk, she suddenly feels much better. In the parking lot, Min-hyuk protects Ji-yoon. Haewon sees this happen inside. Ji-yoon goes to find Haewon, wanting to talk to her alone. She asks why Haewon hid the ring last time. Haewon says, Young-jae didn't seem to care about that ring at all. Ji-yoon doesn't believe her, and warns Haewon to stop bothering Young-jae if she doesn't like him. Haewon says she can't and calls Ji-yoon the greedy one. Instead, Haewon says, let's make a bet, okay? We'll see who wins Young-jae's heart first. Soon, the premiere starts, but Ji-yoon doesn't go in. She waits alone in the garage for Young-jae, asking him to go home together after work. But Young-jae says he's going somewhere with Haewon. Seeing Haewon hurry him, he tells Ji-yoon to go home. Ji-yoon begs Young-jae not to leave, wanting him to come home with her. But Young-jae still chooses Haewon and leaves with her. Haewon is happy he picked her. They visit their old school together, remembering childhood memories. Haewon mentions how Young-jae once secretly kissed her there. She cried so much back then, but Young-jae made her happy with ice cream. Young-jae feels awkward remembering this. Suddenly, Haewon kisses him. The surprise kiss confuses Young-jae but also makes him happy. Then, like when they were kids, they playfully splash water. They spend a wonderful afternoon together. That night, Young-jae walks Haewon home. Haewon knows she shouldn't keep bothering him, but she says, I really can't live without you. Please don't leave me. Meanwhile, Ji-yoon returns home and sits sadly in the living room. She feels very down. Young-jae later tells her about visiting his old school with Haewon and remembering fun childhood moments. Seeing Ji-yoon upset, he offers to buy her ice cream. Ji-yoon says she doesn't like ice cream. She tells Young-jae to buy her roses next time instead. She says, wanting to protect someone means you like that person. She tells Young-jae to keep protecting Haewon, while she will always protect him because she thinks she likes him. Now Ji-yoon's sudden confession makes Young-jae think she's joking. She doesn't know why. She just said that, so she forces a laugh. Young-jae says instead of thinking about this, she should focus on her script. Her scripts keep getting rejected despite working all night, and he wonders what's in her head. He doesn't get why Min-hyuk signed her. Ji-yoon can't take it anymore and storms off angrily back in her room. She thinks she just went crazy. Why did she confess to him? Next morning, Young-jae teases her before leaving. Ji-yoon is speechless. How can someone be this annoying? Young-jae then goes to an interview where reporters ask about Haewon. Why do they meet so often in private? President Choi also hears rumors and warns Young-jae about seeing Haewon too much. With the movie release coming, he says no scandals should happen. He adds, don't let Ji-yoon misunderstand. Back home, Young-jae tells Ji-yoon to clean the house. Reporters are visiting tomorrow. She needs to prepare well. That night, Ji-yoon puts on a face mask. When Hee-jin calls to tell her, rumors spread about Young-jae cheating. The interview is to deny these rumors. Ji-yoon gets furious, rips off her face mask and goes straight to bed. After learning the truth, Ji-yoon refuses to do the interview. She says she has no time. Between laundry, cooking, cleaning, and writing her script, how can she host reporters? Young-jae can't convince her, so to make her agree, he has no choice but to clean up himself. He watches Ji-yoon casually eating snacks. This makes him furious. Soon the next day arrives. The two pretend to be a loving couple in front of the camera. The reporter asks if Young-jae helps with housework. Ji-yoon says he helps whenever he has time. She adds that he just cleaned the floors and windows. Young-jae is touched by her words. Then the reporter asks Ji-yoon if she knows Haewon, and if she knows that Haewon and Young-jae are close. Ji-yoon says she knows. They grew up together. They always help each other when one is in trouble. Sometimes they share their worries too. That's the kind of friends they are. Sometimes, after we argue, he even complains to Hai-won. Having such a good friend must be a good thing for Young Jae. Young Jae didn't expect Ji-yoon to defend him like this. After the reporter leaves, they go back to their usual bickering. Meanwhile, Hai-won waits for Young Jae's call but gets nothing, so she calls him to meet up. Young Jae keeps refusing, saying he's busy. Hai-won knows he's avoiding her, so she orders him to come immediately and asks why he's acting so cowardly. He says he hates when people who know nothing talk badly about her. I also don't want you to get hurt because of this. If you get hurt, I'll feel even worse. Hai-won is slightly stunned by his answer. Later they go to a bar. She says she's already lost Min-hyuk, and she doesn't want to lose him too. She makes Young Jae promise that he won't let go until she does first. Meanwhile, Ji-yoon waits foolishly for Young Jae to come home. She doesn't want to wait, but she can't help thinking about him. By the time Young Jae returns, she's already asleep. Seeing Ji-yoon like this again, he wakes her up and tells her to go sleep in her room. The next day, Ji-yoon submits her script. This time Min-hyuk is very pleased and tells her to keep writing like this. He asks where she was during Young Jae's premiere. He didn't see her. After the movie started, she says something came up suddenly. Min-hyuk suggests they watch it together again today. Dong-wook comes to help at the cinema as staff and sees them watching the movie together. Hee-jin thinks Min-hyuk is handsome and matches well with Ji-yoon, hoping they'll become a couple, but Dong-wook still prefers Young Jae for her. Back at work, Dong-wook tells Young Jae the news. Young Jae paces around his office after hearing this, then drives to find Ji-yoon. He calls and learns they're going for pasta, making Young Jae panic. He lies that grandma is sick to make them go home. Ji-yoon gets worried and asks Young Jae to pick her up. Min-hyuk sees through Young Jae's trick, but doesn't expose him in the car. Young Jae fakes a phone call saying grandma is fine now and they don't need to go back. But Ji-yoon insists on checking grandma anyway. They find the family playing cards and tell grandma to rest. Grandma looks confused as the lie is about to be exposed. Young Jae stops grandma from speaking. Today is Min-hyuk's birthday. He invites Ji-yoon for dinner to celebrate. Hearing it's Min-hyuk, Young Jae gets upset. Didn't you just meet yesterday? Why see him again today? Ji-yoon jokes he might like her to stop her from going. Young Jae makes her finish chores first. Ji-yoon feels annoyed but starts doing chores. After working a while, she gets an idea. Pretending to do laundry, she escapes through the window when Young Jae isn't looking at dinner. Ji-yoon learns it's his birthday. She apologizes for no gift, but Min-hyuk says she's the best gift. As long as you're here, I feel happy. After dinner, they sit under a tree and chat. Min-hyuk asks Ji-yoon why she doesn't like him. Why don't you like me? Other women all like me. Ji-yoon asks, do other women really like you? He says, of course. I'm handsome, capable, and charming. Everyone likes me. Ji-yoon says she'd like to too, but she's already married. She can't like someone else. But Min-hyuk says maybe he should take Ji-yoon from Young Jae. He thinks Young Jae doesn't like Ji-yoon at all. Ji-yoon says she'll always be Min-hyuk's good friend. When Young Jae sees Ji-yoon come home, he pretends to sleep. Ji-yoon tells him everything about meeting Min-hyuk. Young Jae didn't even know his best friend's birthday. Ji-yoon says, Min-hyuk asked me to like him. He really wants to know how Ji-yoon answered. When he learns she just wants to be friends, he slowly relaxes. The next day, Young Jae warns Min-hyuk, don't look for Ji-yoon anymore. Ji-yoon is different from other women. Don't play with her feelings. Min-hyuk tells Young Jae to fix things with Hai-won. Don't give me a chance, or Ji-yoon will like me eventually. Then he leaves, seeing he can't convince him. Young Jae goes home and warns Ji-yoon about Min-hyuk's sweet traps. Young Jae says Min-hyuk is just a playboy. Any woman he likes, he tricks them easily. Don't fall for it. Ji-yoon thinks he's worrying too much. She and Min-hyuk are just friends. Don't make it complicated. Young Jae is frustrated. He thinks she's too naive. After dinner, Ji-yoon suggests inviting Min-hyuk over. He has no family here. It's sad. And I owe him many favors. What's wrong with inviting him? Young Jae refuses immediately. He helped you, not me. Besides, this house is mine now. You need my permission before inviting anyone over. Ji-yoon thinks he's being too stingy. The next day, he changes his mind. He agrees to invite Min-hyuk over for dinner. He tells Ji-yoon to hurry up and prepare. Ji-yoon wants to make stir-fried glass noodles but doesn't know how. She calls her mom for help, but only grandma is home. Grandma tells her to come over, saying she can handle this simple task. Actually, Grandma doesn't know how either. She makes some quick notes and tells Ji-yoon to prepare the ingredients. After much chaos, they finally finish cooking, but the taste is terrible. While cleaning up, Ji-yoon finds Grandma's notes and realizes Grandma didn't know either. When Grandma sees Ji-yoon found the notes, she panics. She feels embarrassed and pretends to feel dizzy. Grandma says, "As the only daughter of a rich family, I've never had to cook in my whole life. I've lived without any regrets. Servants have always taken care of me." Because of these noodles, she's being laughed at by her granddaughter-in-law. This might be the most embarrassing moment of her life. They invite Min-hyuk over for dinner. Since Ji-yoon and Grandma failed at making noodles, she brings some ribs from home instead. Meanwhile, Hee-jin comes to deliver watermelon and meets Min-hyuk on the way. She greets him warmly, hearing she's also going to see Ji-yoon. He rides with her. While chatting, Hee-jin accidentally reveals Young Jae and Ji-yoon's contract marriage. Min-hyuk is shocked. Hee-jin only then realizes her slip-up. Guilty. She hands the watermelon to Ji-yoon and runs off. Min-hyuk acts normal during dinner, but Young Jae pretends they're deeply in love. He shows off their relationship, and even makes Ji-yoon pretend to vomit. As Min-hyuk leaves, Young Jae deliberately says, "You said you felt sick the other day. Could you be pregnant?" Min-hyuk knows about their fake marriage but doesn't expose them. He just smiles and congratulates them. That night at home, Min-hyuk feels very confused. He wonders if he should take Ji-yoon away from Young Jae. Meanwhile, Young Jae is in a great mood to celebrate fooling Min-hyuk. He invites Ji-yoon out for a fancy dinner. Later, Ji-yoon comes to submit her work, but Min-hyuk doesn't know how to face her. He tells her to just leave the papers on his desk. He thinks she's hard to understand. He's unsure how to handle their relationship. Meanwhile, Haewon finally calls Min-hyuk. She wants to give him the birthday gift she prepared. She knows Min-hyuk doesn't like her, but she still waits for him. But starting today, her feelings for him will end. From now on, she'll love herself more. Ji-yoon arrives early at the restaurant where she's meeting Young Jae. But Young Jae gets called to a bar by Haewon. She tells him how much she loved Min-hyuk all these years. She imagined a happy life with him, but now it's all over. Young Jae cheers her on for making the right choice. Dong-wook sees their close moment and secretly calls Ji-yoon to warn her. He tells her to come catch them together. Hearing Young Jae is with Haewon again, Ji-yoon angrily refuses to go. She'll keep waiting here whether he comes or not. When Dong-wook returns, both of them are already gone. Young Jae completely forgot about his dinner plans with Ji-yoon. He takes the upset Haewon home and stays by her bedside. He watches her fall asleep before leaving. Ji-yoon gets stood up by Young Jae again. She waits alone until the restaurant closes. Back home, she sadly eats some mixed rice. Thinking she's so foolish, she keeps imagining she means something to Young Jae, even just a little bit. She falls asleep on the couch and wakes up to find Young Jae never came home all night. When Young Jae comes back, Ji-yoon asks why he always does this, making her wait alone like a fool. Instead of apologizing, Young Jae calls Ji-yoon stupid for waiting instead of going home. This makes Ji-yoon very angry. She says she won't wait for him anymore. After fighting with Young Jae, Ji-yoon runs out. Sadly, she sits alone, lost in thought. Suddenly, it starts raining heavily. She takes shelter in a phone booth. After hesitating, she calls Min-hyuk. Min-hyuk arrives quickly. Seeing Ji-yoon looking small and helpless, his heart aches for her. When Min-hyuk appears, Ji-yoon is surprised. She didn't expect him to come so fast. She forces a smile to greet him. Soon Min-hyuk takes her home. Ji-yoon thanks him and tells him a joke. It's not even funny, but Min-hyuk laughs happily. After laughing, he brings her hot water, only to find she's already asleep. He gently puts a pillow under her head and covers her with a blanket. Seeing tears in her sleep, Min-hyuk feels heartbroken, wondering what made her so sad. He carefully wipes her tears. Meanwhile, Young Jae is worried. He can't find Ji-yoon anywhere. Then Min-hyuk calls him, saying Ji-yoon is safe with him. He'll bring her back when she wakes up. Then he seriously tells Young Jae he's going to take Ji-yoon from him. Young Jae is shocked. What he feared is happening. He angrily storms into Min-hyuk's house and drags Ji-yoon away, leaving a heartbroken Min-hyuk behind back home. Ji-yoon silently goes upstairs. Young Jae acts crazy with anger, barging into Ji-yoon's room yelling. Young Jae angrily asks Ji-yoon why she went to someone else's house. After yelling for a while, he sees Ji-yoon isn't responding. When he pulls back the blanket, he finds Ji-yoon has a fever. After taking care of her all night, Ji-yoon's fever is gone by morning. Ji-yoon sees Young Jae waking up, so she pretends to still be asleep. Young Jae touches her forehead. He's relieved to find her fever has gone down. After Young Jae leaves, Ji-yoon slowly goes downstairs. She discovers he made porridge for her. She feels slightly touched, but not too much. After work, Young Jae gets invited to a concert by Haewon, but this time he says no, saying he needs to take care of Ji-yoon at home. To cheer Ji-yoon up, he dances the Three Bears song for her. Soon Ji-yoon feels better. Next day when Young Jae leaves, he promises to always tell her where he's going, and if he can't make it he'll call her in advance. He says, "You mean something to me." Ji-yoon is touched by his words. Then Hee-jin comes to visit. She admits she accidentally slipped up before Min-hyuk might know about their contract marriage. Ji-yoon is really frustrated, wondering how she got such a careless friend. She nervously asks Min-hyuk to meet. After testing the waters, she learns Min-hyuk doesn't seem to know and slowly relaxes. Min-hyuk asks how young couples date these days, saying they've already had meals and seen movies together. So what's next? They happily go shopping together. Min-hyuk buys her flowers. Ji-yoon is delighted, says it's her first time getting flowers. He says, "Actually, I've known all along. Young Jae didn't marry you because he loves you." Min-hyuk admits he knew about their fake marriage, says if he had met her first you wouldn't be married. "Would we be together then? Now, you know how I feel. I hope you'll give me a chance." Min-hyuk's sudden confession shocks Ji-yoon. Min-hyuk tells her not to answer now. She can think about it and tell him later. Meanwhile, Young Jae learns from Dong-wook that Min-hyuk might know about their fake marriage. He calls them idiots for doing something so stupid. Dong-wook says to just tear up the contract. If they deny it, nothing will happen. He kneels and begs Young Jae he doesn't want to go to jail. Young Jae can't deal with this troublemaker. Ji-yoon puts Min-hyuk's flowers in a vase. When Young Jae comes home, she hides them. Young Jae asks where the flowers came from. He learns Min-hyuk gave them and calls her a beggar for taking things from others. Ji-yoon fights back, telling him to mind his own business. They're only fake married anyway and the contract ends in a few months. She tells him not to interfere in her life, then goes upstairs next day while Ji-yoon cleans the yard. Young Jae sneaks into her room to steal the contract. He can't find it. When he hears Ji-yoon coming, he hides in the closet. Ji-yoon tries to change clothes but can't open the closet. She pulls hard and finds Young Jae inside. After questioning him, she learns he wants a new contract. The old one was too simple and missed many details. Like the contract leak problem wasn't covered at all. So they need a new one that includes everything they need. Ji-yoon thinks this makes sense. She quickly writes a new contract. Young Jae says it's good, but has one condition: extend the contract to 3 years. Ji-yoon thinks he's crazy. How can I waste 3 years of my youth? Young Jae says, think about it. If we get divorced after just 6 months, what will people think? What about my family? My mom, dad, and grandma? How will you explain it to them? Hearing about Young Jae's family, Ji-yoon hesitates. She's afraid her parents will be disappointed. She's worried her grandma might get high blood pressure. After thinking for a while, she decides to sign the contract. Young Jae tears up the old contract right in front of Ji-yoon. Ji-yoon says sadly she really likes Young Jae's family. When they divorce in 3 years, she wonders how sad they'll be that night. She can't sleep. She really wants to have a family. Being with family feels so warm and nice. Young Jae gets the new contract and finally relaxes to make Ji-yoon stay. He put on quite a show. Just then Haewon accidentally hears Dong-wook's call and learns about Young Jae and Ji-yoon's fake marriage. She's shocked. She drives to see Ji-yoon immediately, wanting to know why she's pretending to marry Young Jae. Ji-yoon feels awkward and tells her to ask Young Jae directly. Haewon says she dislikes Ji-yoon ever since she came. Young Jae hasn't been the same. Before he was always available, but now he holds back. Even though she likes Min-hyuk, she still needs Young Jae around. Ji-yoon is confused and asks why Haewon keeps Young Jae close if she doesn't like him that way. Isn't that unfair to him? Haewon says, I know I'm being selfish, but from now on, I'll only be good to Young Jae. Haewon asks Ji-yoon to help get Young Jae back to her. Ji-yoon has no choice but to tell the truth. She says Young Jae has always loved Haewon. He only married her to help Haewon. That night June talks with Young Jae. She tells Young Jae about her date with Min Hyuk that day, saying he already knows about our fake marriage and hopes I'll give him a chance. Young Jae feels nervous hearing this, wanting to know how Jiyoon answered. Jiyoon tests Young Jae by asking, "How should I answer him? Should I say yes or should I say no?" But Young Jae hesitates. He doesn't answer. Late at night, he's still torn between Haewon and Jiyoon. He can't decide. Next day, he learns Jiyoon is meeting Min Hyuk again. He pretends not to care. "If you like Min Hyuk," he says, "just go ahead. You don't need to ask me," saying their marriage is fake anyway. He has no say in who Jiyoon likes. Jiyoon gets angry hearing this. She yells that he's a complete idiot. Later Jiyoon submits her script. Min Hyuk praises her improvement and invites her to lunch. They take a walk in the park. Jiyoon gives her answer to his earlier question. Jiyoon says, "Me, I really hate Young Jae. I dislike him so much. But when he's by my side I feel so happy." Min Hyuk looks disappointed. Meanwhile Young Jae waits anxiously at home for Jiyoon. His face lights up when she returns. He can't help asking Jiyoon if she agreed to date Min Hyuk. Jiyoon lies and says yes. Young Jae gets furious. They start arguing again. Jiyoon gets a call from Grandma. At Grandma's house she finds Haewon there too. Haewon brought many gifts for Grandma. They pretend not to know each other. After brief greetings Jiyoon goes to the kitchen to cut fruit. Hearing their laughter, Jiyoon feels left out. She feels like an outsider. Later Haewon asks Jiyoon to talk privately. Haewon says she won't lose Young Jae again. She knows they have a contract marriage, so she won't hold back anymore. She tells Jiyoon to be prepared. Jiyoon looks at her wedding ring. She starts thinking about ending the marriage early. With a heavy heart, she takes off the ring. When Jiyoon gets home she acts normal, says she was visiting Grandma, then goes upstairs without another word. Young Jae is confused by Jiyoon's quietness. Ever since she came back from Grandma's she's been unusually quiet. Young Jae senses something's wrong. He asks Jiyoon to make tea and clean. Jiyoon obeys without complaining. This puzzles Young Jae even more. Normally they would argue, "Why is she so quiet today?" He even asks her to dance to Three Bears. Jiyoon does it without protest. Young Jae asks if she did something wrong. "Why is she being so obedient today?" Jiyoon says it's nothing, just that she won't be taking orders much longer. Young Jae is completely confused. Meanwhile Jiyoon submits her first draft. She's finally finished her script outline. Min Hyuk says it's quite good for a first draft. He invites her to dinner to celebrate. Meanwhile Young Jae prepares a surprise. He decorates their home to cheer her up. During dinner with Min Hyuk he says he can't do much for her, but Jiyoon knows he's always helped her. He comforts her when she's sad. She feels safe with him. She admits she's starting to like him. Min Hyuk is happy to hear this. Meanwhile, back at home, Young Jae waits outside anxiously, wondering when Jiyoon will return. When she finally comes home, he's fallen asleep on the couch seeing his decorations she's touched. Young Jae wakes up and brings out a cake to celebrate her finished script. Jiyoon explains she came home late on purpose today. Usually she's the one waiting for Young Jae today. She wanted him to know how waiting feels. Then she hands him the ring. Jiyoon says, "Let's get divorced." Young Jae can't believe what he's hearing. But Jiyoon stays calm. She says she'll pay back all the money, her salary, what Dongwook returned and her payment for this script. She'll return everything to him. Young Jae strongly objects. He says if she asks for divorce first, she won't get the house, hoping this will change her mind. But Jiyoon still insists on divorcing. She tells him to go be happy with Haewon, hoping they can part on good terms. When this doesn't work, he brings up their family to stop Jiyoon. He says Grandma, Dad, and Mom all really like Haewon. There's nothing to worry about. Young Jae thinks Jiyoon wants divorce because she likes Min Hyuk. He says she can see him whenever she wants. He won't stop her, but he still won't agree to divorce. Then he angrily leaves. Jiyoon says, "That's not it. I like you, Young Jae." Young Jae is shocked to hear this. He thinks Jiyoon is joking. Their contract clearly states they can't fall for each other. So Jiyoon's confession means they can never be together now. Next morning Jiyoon leaves early with just a note, with nowhere to go. She thinks of Min Hyuk. She tells him to eat heartily. This meal is on her today. She mentions divorcing Young Jae, hoping Min Hyuk and Haewon can be happy together. Min-hyuk doesn't know what to say when Ji-yoon returns home. Young-jae tells her he's looking for a new place. He'll move out as soon as he finds one. She can keep all the furniture and the house. Ji-yoon asks how he'll explain the divorce to their families. He stays silent. Recently, the media hints at rumors about Young-jae's marriage being fake. Manager Choi calls Dong-wook to ask about the situation. He learns that Young-jae is still meeting Hae-won in private. Dong-wook complains that Hae-won is trouble. She knows Young-jae is married, but she keeps asking him to meet. Dong-wook accidentally slips up and reveals that Young-jae and Ji-yoon had a contract marriage. Soon Manager Choi meets Ji-yoon. He admits he knows about their fake marriage. But that's not the main issue. What matters is how their marriage affects Young-jae. His reputation is already damaged. His new drama roles and ads keep getting cancelled. If the contract marriage gets exposed, his acting career will be over. He asks Ji-yoon to endure a little longer. Then he talks to Hae-won, telling her to stop helping Young-jae with his outfits. Young-jae is in a tough spot. He can't afford more scandals. He says, everyone knows Young-jae is married now. If Hae-won still wants to see him, she should wait until after his divorce. Ji-yoon is deeply conflicted. Finally, she makes a decision. She won't divorce him yet. Hearing this, Young-jae feels a little happy. He thought Ji-yoon wanted to leave because he teased her too much. He admits he's really happy with Ji-yoon. The idea of separating from her makes him feel strange for Young-jae's future. Ji-yoon forces herself to stay. The next morning, Young-jae acts like a different person. He cleans the house and makes a big breakfast. He even brings Ji-yoon juice while she works and tells her to take care of herself. Ji-yoon isn't used to this. She asks if he's sick. Later, Ji-yoon meets Min-hyuk. She says she won't divorce Young-jae yet. For Young-jae's career, she'll endure a little longer. Min-hyuk looks disappointed. That night, he meets Young-jae and tells him to let Ji-yoon go and return to Hae-won. Otherwise, when their contract marriage gets exposed, Ji-yoon will be the one who gets hurt. Young-jae refuses to let go. He says he'll protect Ji-yoon and tells Min-hyuk to mind his own business. Neither backs down as they argue over Ji-yoon. Next day, Ji-yoon gets surprised with flowers. She thinks Young-jae must have sent them. At first, she expects just one bouquet, but more and more keep arriving. She's shocked and happy seeing the house full of flowers. When Young-jae returns, she asks why he sent so many. One bouquet would have been enough. Young-jae admits their fake marriage might get exposed soon, so he's giving her this painkiller first, hoping it won't hurt as much. Later, after this, they promise to visit Magic Land together and revisit their honeymoon destination. They cheer each other up. Ji-yoon sneaks a quick kiss just as Hae-won arrives and sees them. Young-jae runs after her to explain, but she angrily drives away. That night, Ji-yoon apologizes for making Hae-won misunderstand. Again, Young-jae doesn't blame her. Instead, he reminisces about his childhood with Hae-won. Back then, Hae-won cried often. He'd comfort her with ice cream, promising to protect her forever. But now, because of Ji-yoon, he keeps forgetting that promise. After a long silence, he finally makes his choice, deciding to return to Hae-won. Ji-yoon quietly accepts this. Soon Young-jae tells Hae-won he'll move out next week. She pretends to be happy, putting on a pitiful act, saying, "If you leave me too, I couldn't go on living." Typical Hae-won. She has Young-jae wrapped around her finger. Meanwhile, Ji-yoon confides in Min-hyuk, saying, Young-jae is moving out for Hae-won, but worries this might cause scandals for him. His career will suffer. It'll be hard to make a comeback later. Min-hyuk tells Ji-yoon not to worry about Young-jae. Young-jae should have known this would happen when he made his decision. He tells her to leave Young-jae quickly or she'll be the one who gets hurt. This makes her even more upset. That night she comes home drunk, asks Young-jae to make her honey tea, says she has something to tell him. Ji-yoon says, "You must not go to Hae-won. I'll protect you." Young-jae feels mixed emotions hearing this. He hopes Ji-yoon won't be sad for him because he can't protect her. Next day he picks a fight, shuts her computer abruptly, tells Ji-yoon to do housework. Ji-yoon doesn't understand his behavior. They have another big argument. Young-jae gets scolded by President Choi at work, told not to move out. If any scandal happens now, his acting career will be over, no matter what, President Choi says. Young-jae won't listen. He secretly visits Hae-won's place. Hae-won makes his favorite jellyfish salad, but he says he doesn't want it now because of bad memories. Hae-won guesses it's about Ji-yoon. She comforts him, Everything will be okay. Tells him not to lose hope at home. He tells June not to wait for him anymore. Won't call her either. Says their promise means nothing to him. Then walks away, leaving June heartbroken. Since Young Jae canceled their deal, next day she dresses up nicely, storms out angrily, says she might not come home tonight. Young Jae gets mad. Haewon calls to meet him. Just then they both leave angrily. Young Jae takes Haewon on a date, runs into Minhyuk with Jiyoon. Awkward moment. When they meet, they end up sharing a table. Haewon breaks the awkward silence. First she asks Jiyoon what her novel is about. Minhyuk says it's their little secret. They smile at each other. This makes Young Jae jealous. Minhyuk teases, "Don't tell me, you don't know either." Young Jae pretends he doesn't care. Jiyoon gets food on her mouth. Minhyuk tries to wipe it for her, but Young Jae stops him. He calls Jiyoon stupid. Minhyuk tells him to watch his words, but Young Jae doesn't listen. He keeps talking, "I know her better than you do. She's thick-skinned, immature, messy, noisy, and not very smart. What about you?" Jiyoon snaps back. "Are you so great? You nag every day, talk non-stop and annoy people, and shout all the time. You're mean and have no manners. You're disgusting." After their argument they remember they're in a restaurant. They forgot about Minhyuk and Haewon. The others can only smile awkwardly. After dinner Minhyuk offers to take Jiyoon home. Young Jae looks upset. Haewon notices everything on the way. Minhyuk invites Jiyoon to the Venice Film Festival. Jiyoon wants to forget Young Jae, so she agrees. Next day Jiyoon tells Young Jae on purpose, but she learns he's moving out that same day. Both feel sad. Neither tries to stop the other. Soon Jiyoon leaves for Venice. Young Jae watches her go, silently upset. He goes to see Haewon, but he mistakes her for Jiyoon. He tries to explain, but Haewon is too hurt to listen. She sees his true feelings now. "If you like Jiyoon so much, then go chase her at the airport right now." Young Jae quickly rushes to the airport. He searches everywhere but can't find Jiyoon. Finally he gives up, silently watching the plane fly away outside. That night he sadly drinks with Haewon. He admits he really likes Jiyoon but always ends up hurting her. Seeing Young Jae so heartbroken, Haewon confesses she knew all along he liked Jiyoon but pretended not to notice. "Now I've accepted it. I'll let you go. No more holding you back. Go to the one you love." Haewon acts strong but secretly cries in the bathroom. Jiyoon never actually went to Venice. Minhyuk safely brings her home. She urgently runs to Young Jae's room. Seeing the empty bedroom, she thinks he's already moved out. Believing their connection is over, she cries sadly. Minhyuk watches her sorrow, feeling bad too, gently wiping her tears just as Young Jae returns and sees them soon. Minhyuk drives away, but Young Jae feels jealous. Next day Jiyoon visits Young Jae's room again, thinking she's mistaken. She finds he never moved out, happily telling him to wake up. Young Jae lies about house hunting problems, asking why she didn't go to Venice. She avoids explaining, making up a quick excuse. After dinner, Young Jae tries to please her, helping clean windows. But he can't behave, pretending she has something on her forehead, telling her to close her eyes, trying to kiss her. But the doorbell interrupts them. Dongwook and Heejin ruin the perfect moment. They came to deliver Young Jae's luggage. Dongwook warns him to avoid the company, because a reporter keeps digging up rumors about Jiyoon. They say your sudden marriage is suspicious. They think Jiyoon has some dirt on you and that she married you just for money. They found out you paid off Jiyoon's credit cards and her bank loans too. Young Jae yells at Dongwook angrily, "Wasn't that all your debt? You're the real liar here." After thinking for a moment, he tells Dongwook not to tell Jiyoon or he'll be in big trouble. But surprise, Heejin already blabbed everything. Jiyoon gets really upset when she hears. Meanwhile reporters find Young Jae's dad asking about his daughter-in-law. After hearing bits from the reporters, Dad storms over to confront them. They both stay silent with heads down. Dad asks, "Did you two even register your marriage? Say something. This kind of deception is unacceptable to me." Dad says Jiyoon can only bow and apologize. Dad scolds Young Jae for always doing things his way. "Quit school to become some actor. Is this really the life you want?" Young Jae says no one should control his life. Angry Dad slaps him hard. Seeing Dad getting more upset, Jiyoon quickly steps between them, saying it's all her fault, begging Dad to stop hitting Young Jae. Dad mistakenly thinks June married for money and tells her to leave Youngjae. He says they shouldn't meet again. Then Dad gets up to leave. He actually likes June, but he can't stand being lied to. June just cries silently. Later she tries to apologize to Grandma but gets turned away. She tells Mom, "I'm sorry, but even kind Mom can't fix this." That night June tells Min-hyuk her troubles. "I really loved Youngjae's family, but this was wrong from the start. Now everything is just going back to the beginning." After returning home, June painfully suggests breaking up. "Let's break up. After all, ours was just a contract relationship. It was a mistake from the start. We should stop now. Let him return to Hye-won, the one he truly loves." Youngjae can't accept this. After struggling, he finally makes a decision. The next day, he leaves a goodbye note. "Thank you for taking care of me, Jiun. Please take good care of yourself." He prepares to hold a press conference to explain the truth. Meanwhile, Hye-won hears about their breakup and comes to talk with Jiun. She says, "Youngjae really loves you," hoping Jiun will give Youngjae another chance. Jiun says there's no chance left. Too many people have been hurt. Things can't go back to how they were. Meanwhile, President Choi asks Youngjae if he's sure. "If you do this, you'll never have another chance to recover. You'll lose everything you have." Youngjae still decides to face the reporters. Today, Youngjae holds a press conference announcing his divorce from Jiun. He admits there's another woman he truly loves. She's not only the most precious in the world, but also the most special. So this marriage must end. Reporters wonder who this woman could be. He avoids answering and leaves, remembering his time with Jiun. He can't hold back his tears. People only appreciate what they have after losing it. Jiun also thinks about their past together, crying and smiling. Soon Jiun returns to her single life. Her home becomes completely messy. One day Min-hyuk visits her, saying her script will be made into a movie. The director has approved it. They found a good actor for the male lead. Jiun suggests the actor should be taller for better visual effect. Min-hyuk asks, "How tall?" "As tall as Youngjae." Min-hyuk already guesses what she's thinking. So Jiun directly suggests having Youngjae play the male lead. Min-hyuk had considered this before, but Youngjae probably won't accept. Then Min-hyuk invites Jiun to dinner, saying he wants to eat together like this every day, drink tea and chat, because he wants to see her daily. "Miss Jiun, I'm proposing to you right now." Seeing Min-hyuk's serious expression, Jiun thinks this is too sudden and she just got divorced recently. It's not the right time yet. Min-hyuk promises to keep waiting. Actually, Jiun still has feelings for Youngjae. When she's alone, she keeps thinking about him. To make Jiun happy, Min-hyuk visits manager Choi, asking to have Youngjae as the lead actor. They'll agree to all his contract terms. Manager Choi knows this could be Youngjae's comeback chance, but he's still hiding in the mountains. Manager Choi can't convince him, so they call Dong-wook to persuade Youngjae to come down. Dong-wook lies that Jiun is sick. Youngjae immediately gets worried but tries to act calm. He asks why Min-hyuk isn't helping. Why isn't he taking her to hospital? Seeing Youngjae's concern, Dong-wook keeps making up stories. "Now I realize something. Min-hyuk is actually a bad guy. When you were with Jiun, he kept chasing her, being so nice to her. But after you left, he ignores Jiun completely." They chose the right person to persuade Youngjae. Dong-wook's lies work perfectly. Youngjae wants to rush down immediately. Meanwhile, Jiun learns from Big Mouth Hee-jin that Youngjae's grandmother got sick because of the divorce news and is now in the hospital feeling guilty. Jiun visits Grandma at the hospital. She cries and apologizes to her, hoping she will get better soon. When Jiun leaves, she looks very sad. Youngjae's father sees her like this. Actually, he really likes Jiun. Her cheerful personality always brings joy to the family. A few days later, Jiun gets a call saying Grandma left the hospital. She immediately goes to apologize, crying and asking for forgiveness. Grandma actually feels sorry for Jiun too. Grandma wants to bring them back together. When Jiun gets home, she finds Youngjae at her door. She looks at him and starts crying. Neither knows how to start the conversation. Youngjae first asks why the house is so messy. "Did you stop cleaning after I left? Why did you go out when you're sick?" But Jiun seriously asks where he's been. He says he went to a temple to study and learned many wise sayings, so he's more mature now. Jiun asks him to apologize to his family, but he ignores her. He just wants to stay here, saying this is his home. But Ji-yoon angrily kicks him out. Then she secretly watches him and sees him sleeping on a bench. She laughs at how shameless he is. At night Ji-yoon checks on him again, but Young-jae is gone. Ji-yoon anxiously searches downstairs, thinking he left without telling her. But Young-jae is actually behind the house watching Ji-yoon desperately look for him. He feels very touched. After searching, she returns inside only to find him sleeping in her room. She angrily tells him to get up, asking how he got in. Young-jae says he came through the broken kitchen door. It's cold outside with too many mosquitoes. This was my room first. Don't be so stingy. Ji-yoon doesn't answer and suddenly starts crying. Young-jae panics when he sees her cry, thinking she's mad. He sneaked back into the room. That's why Ji-yoon is so angry. He keeps apologizing to Ji-yoon, hoping she won't stay mad. Ji-yoon says, "I thought you left again," without saying anything to me. Ji-yoon asks him again to apologize to his father, saying she can't visit them anymore. But Young-jae can. "If you just apologize, they'll forgive you right away." After thinking all night, he finally understands. The next day, he goes to apologize to his father. "I was wrong. Please forgive me this once." His father is surprised. This is the first time his son has bowed to him. He asks if Young-jae truly regrets it. Young-jae says Ji-yoon made him come. His father sees Young-jae really likes Ji-yoon. But why did they have a contract marriage? Young-jae admits it started as a contract, but now he truly loves Ji-yoon and doesn't want to lose her. Later he picks out a diamond ring and invites Ji-yoon to dinner. Just then Min-hyuk calls. He bought groceries and is coming over. Hearing it's Min-hyuk, again Young-jae sulks in the corner. Min-hyuk knows Ji-yoon loves pasta, so he cooks for her today. They laugh and chat happily, making Young-jae jealous. He complains, "Ji-yoon, I don't like pasta. I want rice." She says there's no rice. Young-jae has no choice but instant noodles. Min-hyuk offers him a movie role, but hearing Ji-yoon is the writer, he refuses, immediately saying, "What good script could Ji-yoon possibly write?" Seeing them argue again, Min-hyuk stops them, telling them to quit fighting. The priority is finding Young-jae a place. He can't stay here forever because Min-hyuk doesn't like seeing the woman he loves with another man around her. Then Min-hyuk calls Young-jae outside alone. Min-hyuk says he already proposed to Ji-yoon recently. Since Young-jae has given up on Ji-yoon, he should choose to leave her. He doesn't want Ji-yoon to get hurt again that night. Young-jae admits he'll move out tomorrow. He congratulates Ji-yoon on marrying Min-hyuk. After all, he's rich and talented, so kind and handsome too, and his parents are always busy, so they won't torment her like her grandma did. He ends by wishing them happiness. Ji-yoon feels heartbroken after hearing this. She cries alone by her bed. Young-jae looks at the ring in his hand but can't give it to her. Young-jae is also deeply upset. Young-jae leaves a note the next day and moves out. He reminds Ji-yoon not to oversleep and to exercise more to stay healthy. She doesn't want Young-jae to leave. Seeing the empty room, she can't hold back her tears. Finally, she realizes her true feelings, so she asks Min-hyuk to meet. She says, "If Young-jae isn't here, I'll always wait for him. Even if I know he won't come, I'll still wait." She admits she feels strange without him. She tells herself not to wait, but soon she thinks of him again. Now she knows how hard it is to wait for someone, so she asks Min-hyuk to stop waiting for her. Min-hyuk hesitates to speak. Though it hurts, he forces himself to accept it. He knows letting go might be the best choice. That night Ji-yoon comes home and finds Young-jae sitting in the yard. He says he forgot to tell her something, so he came back to explain he hates that he couldn't protect her and doesn't know how to love someone. He can't even express his feelings. He promises to listen to her from now on. "I'll do whatever you ask, and if you want me to wait, I'll wait. If you want me to sing, I'll sing. If you want me to dance, I'll dance. If you want flowers, I'll buy them. Whatever you ask me to do, I'll do exactly as you say." Ji-yoon feels unexpectedly moved by his sudden confession. Then he takes out the diamond ring he prepared and officially proposes to Ji-yoon. Ji-yoon thinks he's being weird. Yesterday he told her to date Min-hyuk properly. Today he's proposing to her. It makes no sense. He quickly explains that wasn't what he meant and hopes she'll accept the ring. Seeing his pitiful expression, Ji-yoon says she needs time to think. Young-jae thinks it's because of Min-hyuk that she won't accept his proposal, but Ji-yoon says she and Min-hyuk agreed to be just good friends. He secretly feels happy and asks why she won't accept his proposal. Then Jiyoon says it's too sudden and promises to give him an answer in a week. Young-jae thinks that's too long and tells Jiyoon to answer tomorrow. The next morning he finds Jiyoon sleeping at her desk again. He gently covers her with a blanket and turns off her computer. This turns out to be a big mistake. When Jiyoon wakes up, she finds all her recent writing is gone. She angrily asks if he touched her computer. Young-jae says he saved the file so it shouldn't be gone. He adds it's her fault for not sleeping properly. Jiyoon gets furious at his words. Young-jae keeps teasing her. Just write it again. No need to make a big deal. It's not like you're some great writer. You have no talent. What could you possibly write? How funny. Young-jae bluntly calls her stupid. She's short-tempered and tiny. Who would marry her? But she insists. Min-hyuk would. She firmly rejected Young-jae's earlier proposal to calm Jiyoon down. Young-jae starts doing housework. He carefully tests the waters, asking her to stop being mad. Just then Dongwook and Heejin visit. Hearing Young-jae's proposal failed, they offer to help. They can tell him what Jiyoon likes and dislikes, plus some of her secrets. But they want to open a video rental shop and hope Young-jae will invest a little. Young-jae knows they just want money, but to make Jiyoon happy he agrees anyway. To win Jiyoon over he has to trust his sneaky friends. He seriously studies their love guide. Step 1. Take her to a romantic restaurant. But she already went there with Min-hyuk and even ordered the same dish. This makes Young-jae super jealous. Time for step 2. Natural physical contact. He tries to hug her while doing laundry, but she steps on his foot. Next, step 3. A romantic surprise and confession. He orders Jiyoon to meet him at the amusement park or she's dead. Jiyoon thinks he's being weird. He buys flowers and a gift, arriving early at the ice rink. Jiyoon works late and only then sees his note. She finally remembers their plan. By then he's shivering from cold. He coolly hands her the flowers, then turns to leave. But his cool act lasts 3 seconds. He slips and falls. They skate together, constantly tumbling, but having fun. Young-jae finally confesses, "I love you." Noise interrupts him. Ice cleaners arrive with loud machines. Young-jae begs for 5 more minutes. He says it's very important, but they refuse without hesitation. Young-jae gets angry after returning home. He blames Jiyoon for coming too late, making him miss another chance to confess. Early next morning Dongwook calls him to teach him the ultimate trick, which is going camping together at night. He angrily hangs up but wants to try this method anyway. So he asks Jiyoon to go camping tomorrow. But Jiyoon says she's busy. Tomorrow she needs to discuss movie casting with Min-hyuk. Young-jae gets upset hearing this. He insists she must go camping with him first, then she can meet Min-hyuk. After thinking for a while, he decides to go camping today instead. Tells Jiyoon to quickly make sushi, then storms off. Jiyoon can't do anything about his temper, so she obediently makes sushi after busy preparations. She tries to call him, but gets no response. Touching his forehead, she finds he has fever. Jiyoon helps him to bed and gives him medicine. Tells him to rest an hour before leaving. Jiyoon sighs and tucks him in. He keeps mumbling, "Jiyoon, don't go. Don't go to Min-hyuk." Hearing this, Jiyoon feels warm inside. She patiently takes care of him. After waking up he sees it's already dark, rushes downstairs to find Jiyoon cooking porridge, asks why she didn't wake him. Later they camp in their yard. Young-jae apologizes first, promises not to touch her computer again, hopes she can forgive him. Jiyoon says he must act in her movie, then she'll forgive him. Young-jae promises to read the script first. He admits he likes. Jiyoon wants to marry her. She says, "You're really silly. We're already married. Why would we marry again?" Then she raises her hand showing the wedding ring. Young-jae also takes out the wedding ring he always carries with him. Actually, they both love each other. Young-jae cries as he confesses his feelings, repeating, "I love you," again and again. Jiyoon responds by kissing him. After going through so much, they finally understand each other's true feelings and share a deep kiss. After a sweet night together, they wake up in their tent. Jiyoon tells him to come out and exercise, but he shyly refuses to come out. A long time passes. Dongwook and Heejin have a baby, and Young-jae stars in Jiyoon's novel, The Maid and I. His perfect acting wins him Best Actor, making him the hottest star. Right now, in front of reporters, he thanks his wife Jiyoon, saying he wouldn't be where he is today without her.